Now, I will extract from every bit of your light, every ounce of power inside you, just as I did with your father." At that moment, the priest and everyone felt a violent tremor in existence. The priest recognized its source. He quickly placed his hand on Zeno's head, and darkness began spreading inside Zeno's body, almost devouring all his light. Suddenly, far away in the other dimension, Gogeta began screaming with overwhelming intensity, releasing every drop of energy inside him, the luminous bonds of the fusion weakening with every cry of rage. Then suddenly, he shot across the dimensions at impossible speed, heading toward planet Earth. All his remaining power focused in one colossal attack. At the crucial moment, Gogeta struck the priest's back with a massive light-filled blow, hitting directly through the crack in his back. Pure energy exploded with a radiance deeper and brighter than anything they had ever seen before. The priest screamed, thrown violently by the light, vanishing within a massive explosion of energy, light engulfing everything around him. Gogeta realized time was no longer on his side. Suddenly, he melted in front of Zeno, whose body was trembling, darkness consuming his essence. Gogeta said, "There's only a small spark left inside me, the final fragment holding this fusion together. But for you, I will burn whatever remains of me." He raised his hand over Zeno. Pure light spread out like celestial pulses, penetrating into the deepest part of Zeno's soul, fighting the darkness, tearing it apart from within.
Seconds later, Zeno opened his eyes, his purity restored completely. But before anyone could smile, Gogeta's body trembled, the light unraveled, and the fusion collapsed entirely. A faint burst of light erupted, throwing two bodies to the ground, Goku and Vegeta. The friends screamed in shock. Even Whis, who always knew everything, stood stunned. Suddenly, Goku let out a sharp cry of pain, clutching the pendant on his chest. He breathed heavily, as if the pain came from inside him, not from his body. But Vegeta, however, remained different, leaving everyone puzzled. Whis spoke with a worry he had never shown before. "I believe the fusion carried an unstable burden, and Goku took most of it upon himself, far more than his soul can withstand. Perhaps this is because his spiritual structure is different from Vegeta's, due to the pendant." The friends watched Goku, now drenched in sweat, his pain intensifying and the pendant's power trembling in his chest like a dying heartbeat. Before they could even breathe, the priest appeared suddenly from behind the debris, standing with his body torn apart, yet smiling. "I lost one soul, true, but I gained a chance that will never come again." He reached towards Goku's chest, grabbed the pendant, and ripped it out, as if tearing out Goku's heart. Goku's blood burst outward, and he screamed, a scream that shattered the silence of the heavens, a scream that shook the entire earth. Everyone felt it, like a stab to the soul. Goku collapsed to the ground, returning completely to his normal form, barely conscious. The priest raised the pendant as if holding a sacred treasure. "This piece is half of your soul, son Goku, and without it, your body will collapse." Then he laughed hysterically. But before he could finish his sentence, he was stabbed from behind. A blade pierced through his back and out his chest. The priest's eyes widened in shock, and the pendant fell from his hand to the ground. The shock continued. It was Vegeta, wielding the energy blade granted to him by Zeno's father. After the strike, the priest screamed like a beast resurrected from hell. The blade shattered, and an explosion blasted Vegeta backward. The priest fell to his knees, his body half broken. But once again, the crack in his back appeared, open like a wound that could never heal. Vegeta arose, clenching his fist. Seeing the crack clearly, the golden opportunity that would never come again. Vegeta, boiling with fury. This is your end.